Hey, welcome back to Organise My Life. I'm Maria and today's video is all about how I manage our family finances, how we budget, and also how we invest for our future retirement. I'm not a financial advisor and this video is purely for entertainment purposes only. So please don't copy what I have in this video. Please seek your own advice. You can read my disclaimer in the description. Also, please subscribe to my channel as always. It really helps my channel grow and will enable me to keep producing these videos. And whilst you're at it, smash that like button below. Right, let's go. We do our banking through UBank. I really like UBank because the interest rate on our savings is probably one of the best out there. And also I like the facility that they have, which is a sweep. So we keep all our money in the savings, and when a bill comes through or a direct debit comes out of our transactional account, it automatically takes the money from our savings to maintain the best interest possible. We also have a credit card through the ANZ Bank. We use credit cards very responsibly, and if you're thinking about getting a credit card, always consider paying it off as quickly as possible because the interest is extremely high. Why do we use a credit card? Purely for the fact that we get Qantas points. Over the last 8 years, we've probably accumulated around 700,000 Qantas points, which means if we run out of all our money, there's always 4 return flight tickets to the UK if we ever had to go home. We now have 2 cars in our family because we need it. We do have loans on our cars and we could pay them off if we wanted to, but it's more beneficial for us to have our loans because of what we can offset on our tax come the end of tax time. So for confidentiality reasons, I've removed all the figures in our spreadsheets, but this is the way I personally budget. There are loads of really good apps and websites out there that can create a budget for you, and I certainly use a good one with my clients when I'm sitting down with them. But me personally, I like a good old-fashioned spreadsheet. I have the categories: house, car, travel, kids, activities, tech, and then I have all the individual details as well. I list where it's coming from. I try and put as much as I can on my credit card, so I'm getting Qantas points, and then I break it down into the frequency that payments coming out, and then also how much it is on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. And this really works for us. I definitely recommend reviewing your budget once a month. There's always new bills that are going in there or a new activity that I have to put in there. And you want to always know how much money you have left to play with. And I find by keeping on top of it and doing a spreadsheet really helps us as a family, because we know if we're overspending, that's probably going to be 1 or 2 years longer until we can retire. Don't get me wrong, we don't save every single penny we earn. We like to enjoy our lives, but we are also mindful of that figure in our heads that we need to reach in order to retire early. So, how do we invest for our future? So we like to invest in positively geared investment properties and also a share portfolio. So in essence, we want to invest in income producing assets in the hope that once we retire, we will be able to live off the income and not touch the capital. And this includes our superannuation. So as you can see here, the drop in the market, which was mid-March, which is when COVID happened, we actually only started investing around 3 months ago. So we've got quite a nice line that has sort of gone back up again. Now, this could happen again, and I expect in the next 10 or 20 years, there could be a lot of these drops. This doesn't concern us. It actually, in a way, is great, because if we have some spare money and this happens again, we'll definitely purchase more shares. We are, of course, we want to have growth in our shares, but we don't make money from buying and selling shares. We want to make money from the dividends. So, what type of shares do we buy? We are actually low risk and quite boring share buyers. We don't look at buying and selling. We are in it for the long term. So we want low risk. And I suppose when we first started buying, we were always concerned about losing all our money. So we invest in exchange traded funds and limited investment companies. So from Vanguard, which is one of the really, really popular and really good share providers, they say an exchange traded fund is a diversified portfolio of securities constructed using an index approach that can be readily traded on the Australian Securities Exchange. So rather than buying a share in one particular company, you're buying a little bit of every single company. So it could be 50 companies on the ASX, it could be 100 companies on the ASX. You can invest in a tech ETF, you can invest in a global ETF. This way, the only way you can use your money is that if every company within that share goes bust, which is highly unlikely. We are long-term investors, so we don't buy and sell. We buy, we hold, and we wait for the dividends to come through, which is the income produced from holding those shares. So I thought I'd answer a few questions on this video that I've been sent in. One of them was my thoughts on Afterpay. Afterpay is good as long as it's used responsibly. As long as you know that you can maintain that weekly, fortnightly figure and that you'll end up paying it off. If you don't pay it off, you're going to incur interest. So that's not the way to do it. So Afterpay can be good. If you know you're going to struggle to repay it, then you can't afford it. So don't do it. Super, which super fund are you in and the fees? My partner is in an industry super fund, CBUS. I'm with BT Super. Generally find the fees are pretty good for these, but check out your own super, see what you're actually investing in. I realized that mine was investing in some cash. Cash isn't that good to invest in at the moment. In my opinion, it doesn't align with my strategy. So I've gone more high risk, and my super is more Australian shares, which I'm happy about at the moment in the current market. How do I budget every week? So I try not to tap my card. If I start tapping my card for everything, I will end up with a huge credit card bill and think, how did I get to this? I allow so much for groceries, so much for petrol, and so much just for everyday spends. When my partner gets paid, it gets paid into his account. When I get paid, it gets paid into my account. We both transfer the majority of it into our joint account, and we both have a little bit to play with at the end. That play money for me is always cash, because I can keep a control of it, and when it's gone, it's gone. I can't buy anything else. And I love shopping, and I like hair, I like makeup, I like clothes, so it's a really good way for me to keep on control of everything. I hope you found this video informative. If you'd like to contact me for any questions, it's maria@organisemylife.com.au. If you are struggling financially, please seek financial advice. Please subscribe, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you again next week. See you soon.